Have you ever wondered how we went from small tribes of hunter-gatherers to massive, sprawling empires? What was the secret ingredient that allowed civilizations like Akkad, Egypt, and Rome to rise and dominate the world? Well, it wasn't just about having the biggest army, though that definitely helped. The story of the first empires is a fascinating tale of innovation, ambition, and a little bit of luck. Let's rewind the clock about 6,000 years. Humans had already figured out agriculture. This was a game changer. For the first time, we could settle down in one place and produce more food than we needed to survive. This surplus was the spark that lit the imperial fire. With extra food, not everyone had to be a farmer. People could specialize. You could have artisans, priests, soldiers, and, most importantly, leaders. This surplus also led to the growth of the first cities, places like Uruk in Mesopotamia. Cities became centers of trade, culture, and power. But with more people and more resources crammed into one place, new problems emerged. How do you manage everything? How do you protect your wealth from raiders? You need organization. You need laws. You need a government. This is where the first big men or chiefs stepped in. These were charismatic and capable leaders who could organize large-scale projects, like building irrigation canals to grow even more food or constructing walls to defend the city. In return for their leadership, they collected taxes, usually in the form of grain or other goods. This concentration of resources gave them immense power. The real leap to empire, however, happened when one city-state decided its own territory wasn't enough. The world's first ever empire was founded by Sargon of Akkad, around 2334 BC. Sargon wasn't born into royalty. He was an ambitious leader who built a professional army, loyal only to him. Using this new military machine, he conquered the neighboring Sumerian city-states one by one, uniting them under his rule. What made Sargon's Akkadian empire different? He didn't just raid and leave. He established a system of control. He installed loyal governors in the cities he conquered, standardized weights and measures to make trade easier across his realm, and even created a postal service using clay tablets. He built an infrastructure that held his diverse collection of peoples together. This became the blueprint for future empires. Of course, military might was crucial. The invention of new weapons, like the composite bow and the war chariot, gave expansionist states a terrifying edge. Just look at the Egyptians or the Hittites. Their ability to project power far beyond their borders was directly linked to their military superiority. But conquest is one thing, holding an empire together is another. Successful empires also needed a powerful ideology, a shared story or belief system that justified their rule. This could be a state religion, where the emperor was seen as a god or a chosen representative of the gods. Think of the pharaohs in Egypt. This divine status made challenging the ruler's authority a challenge against the gods themselves. Propaganda, in the form of monuments, statues, and royal inscriptions, constantly reminded subjects of the emperor's power and greatness. So, the recipe for the first empires was a potent mix: agricultural surplus, urban centers, strong leadership, military innovation, and a unifying ideology. It was this combination that allowed a single ruler to control vast territories and diverse populations, changing the course of human history forever. From Sargon's first grand experiment to the mighty Roman Empire, this formula was refined and repeated, shaping the world we live in today. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey back in time interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.